That's sweet.
So the other day, I was sitting with my kids, kind of watching them, how they're handling all of this. And I was admiring Phoenix because she was just beautiful to me in the moment. And she was present watching her YouTube videos, out of care in the world. I think she was even munching on some Cheetos, and life was good for her. But it reminded me of times when life wasn't so easy. I think most parents can relate that there's times in raising kids that are really hard moments. And for me, it was the newborn age. It was just, I was exhausted, depleted, and I had two pretty young close together. And in those moments, I felt like it was never going to end. I was never going to get through it. It was just felt like there was no light at the end of the tunnel. And I was going through the motions each day, providing what I could to my kids, but in a sense of survival. And then I saw Phoenix that day, and I realized how fast these moments go. And I'm sure anyone that has grown kids or older kids, my oldest is 13, you blink and time has passed. So I'm saying that because this time a lot of people are in survival mode and they're thinking, I'm never going to get through this. I don't know how I'm going to get through this. I don't know what's on the other side of this. And at the same time, these are moments that you're never going to get back. So if you think back to when your kids were small or moments, looking back in retrospect, you want to hang on to those moments because you realize how quickly those moments go by. But you also can think back to times where maybe it was a heartbreak, maybe it was a job loss, maybe it was just your hardest moment in your life. And you didn't think you were going to get through that. And all your energy was put towards survival, not knowing how you're even going to make it out of it. And then when you look back on the other side of it, some people might even say, oh, it wasn't even that bad. Or they might say, man, I don't know how I did it, but I did it. In all of this, I'm saying that I have this intention for all of us. And I think if I can share my intention and you can just see me see it for you guys. You don't have to see it for yourself, just see me seeing it for you. And this is for everyone. If we can share this intention, and by share, I just mean, again, you seeing it with me, or you seeing me see it for you, or you even seeing it for someone else if you can't quite see it for yourself. If we do that, our energy is coming together, and when energy comes together, it expands. It's unable not to. And then this expanding energy is fueling our intention. And just by you listening to my video, watching me, then the intention is already underway. And my intention is that in these moments, we can, number one, see ourselves out of it. Say, no matter how long it takes, I don't have to know the when, there's going to be an end. But while I'm in it, I'm going to cherish the moments because I don't get these back. Whether it's a pause and it's a force to stay at home with your kids, whether it's just seeing your kids get a break from the day in and day out of school and how hard it is for them, or whether it's your spouse being home because normally they work long hours and now they're home with you, or it's a moment to breathe and to regroup and to come out better on the other side, or whether it's just getting up and making it to the end of the day. All of it's okay, and there's no wrong way to do this, but my intention is that you see me seeing an end to all of this. And I see for you clarity in this, and new ideas, and growth, and a pause, and renewed energy, and coming out of this better in some way, whatever way it is, but coming out of this knowing that if externally the world can be chaos and I came out okay, then there's something right about me that internally I can make it through anything. So with this, I'm going to show you a simple technique that will give you, your subconscious will get it. It'll give you a couple minute pause. And if you just do this exercise, it's fueling our intention together. So first I want you to think of a wild bird or wild animal that represents you on the other side of this. you coming out renewed, refreshed, growing in some way, ready for life different than before, ready for a renewed sense of energy towards what you're going to, all of the good that's coming from this. So that wild bird or wild animal represents you on the other side of this. Next, we want to use all of our senses in this. So after you think of the wild bird or wild animal, I want you to think of a scent. And again, the scent is just representing you on the other side of this. Some people say lavender, some people say the smell of the ocean or salt water. You will know the perfect scent for you. It'll probably come just like that as well. Third is the color light. And the colored light is representing our energy coming together and fueling this shift, fueling our intention together, a colored light. And then we want to do a sound. A sound can be ocean waves, a breeze, a rippling brook, rain, birds chirping, whatever sound calls to you. And the last thing, after all of these, I want you to say to yourself in this exercise, when my mind is clear, I'm free. And I truly believe that when our minds are clear, it's the most freeing feeling. So now you have all of your symbols. You have your wild bird or wild animal. You have your scent. You have your colored light. You have your sound. And the phrase, when my mind is clear, I'm free. Now the next part is super simple. I want you to first take a deep breath in and then exhale all the air out and think of the word release. And then on your next inhale, at the bottom of your breath, before you inhale, before you have anything to do, I want you to picture your wild bird or wild animal, and I want you to breathe that in, picturing that. And then at the top of your breath, switch to the word release and exhale. Bottom of your next breath, switch to your scent, inhale your scent. Top, think the word release, exhale. Next, bottom of your breath, inhale that colored light. At the top of your breath, we switch to release and release. At the bottom of the next breath, we switch to our sound. We inhale that sound. At the top, we release one more time. And finally, on our last inhale, we inhaled the phrase, when my mind is clear, I'm free. All of that should take 6-7 seconds, maybe 10 if you're a long breather. And I wouldn't ask you to do it 10 times a day, but if you did, it would take less than a minute. And each time you do that, you're priming your subconscious to see beyond this, to see the good in this, to see the good in yourself in this. And we all have this shared intention, and what a great way to come out of this together, to go through it together. So if you can put something to remind yourself to do it, say when you're putting your toothpaste on your toothbrush in the morning, or if it just occurs to you to do it, that's the perfect time to do it. So there's no set time that you have to do it, or you can set a time. And also, if you think of different symbols each time, your subconscious loves variety, but it also loves consistency. So in that, I'm saying there's no right or wrong way to do this. Try it out, see how it goes. I really believe in all of us in this time. I believe that even if we're struggling, we're doing okay. And be patient with yourself and allow yourself grace in this time. It's not about forgiveness. It's not about doing it right. It's not about doing it wrong. It's just grace and seeing yourself through it. And let me see yourself. Letting me see you through this. Thanks for taking the time and watching the video, and share it with as many people as you want. I think the more people that see it, the bigger impact we can have. And I believe that we're going to come out of this better. Thank you.